played plenty of games in 2023 and covered a few fully, so it is time to post my 3 favorite games of that year, you picky bastards. It wasn't easy picking top 3 out of every single one that was played, so had to leave out the likes of Darkest Dungeon 2, Octopath Traveler 2 and System Shock Remake, no matter how much I like those games. Important thing to note is that review scores don't matter on this list, as it is entirely subjective based on how much fun I had. Fun is a subjective concept, because what you find fun, I might not, and vice versa. Your preferences are entirely based on you as an individual, nostalgia, genres that suit you best, and other factors. Fun can't be measured objectively. Also, this is not only RPG list, but all games played. First, I have to mention Rogue Trader, game I am still playing and doing guides for. Have a long way to go, so can't measure enjoyment yet compared to other games on the list, although I am enjoying it tremendously despite the bugs, weak exploration, terrible combat camera and weak difficulty balance. Setting is amazing, soundtrack is the best I've heard in gaming history, and builds are very fun to make. It definitely has a huge chance to enter the top 3, with maybe being the top 1 when I'm done with it. Though it could also slip outside of top 3 if last couple chapters are a mess. Many people want to hear if Rogue Trader is better than Baldur's Gate 3. Even though both are CRPGs, they play quite differently. I am enjoying Rogue Trader a bit more, but that might or might not change after 100 or so more hours. Impossible to tell at this point. Baldur's Gate 3 is way more polished and presentable, with more focus on outside of combat stuff, while Rogue Trader is much more rough with, for me, way more interesting world and combat focus. Alright, let's get to the list. At number 3 we have Jagged Alliance 3. What a nostalgia trip this game is. I love Jagged Alliance 2, and third one is almost everything I wanted to experience from a sequel. World of GA3 is so immersive with unapologetic writing depicting horrors of war in a proper fashion. Combat is challenging and offers great tactical depth, so it never gets boring. Enemies over time become better equipped, and if you didn't do well enough by that time occupying settlements and raising a proper merc squad, game is going to strike with such a counterattack your whole operation could sink fast. So it is a time battle, but what a fun one it is. I thoroughly enjoyed meeting different factions, discovering who the mayor is, uncovering devious political plots and fighting challenging battles in a strategic way. Couple things bothered me, like inability to drag bodies, brain-dead AI at times, no stealth kill animations, weird loot at times and difficulty spikes. Otherwise, a great game that could have been absolutely amazing if the negatives were fixed. Maybe some of them have been fixed by now, no clue. Definitely a game to check out no matter the preferences. At number 2 we have one of the best CRPGs I have played, which is Baldur's Gate 3. What more can be said about this game? Fantastic characters, second to none presentation, good combat, great writing for the most part, immersive world, great exploration. Also, many CRPGs fail with user interface, but not Baldur's Gate 3, because it does a great job presenting everything you need to see and know at all times with nice aesthetics. Baldur's Gate 3 utilizes D&D 5th edition system, which works great with Larian system. It's a match made in heaven. Many have criticized the use of D&D in Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm not sure why. Freedom of Larian exploration and world interaction combined with D&D that is all about choices and options is some of the best yet in such a high production game. Usually high production in AAA industry means more strict gameplay in its respective genres, but Larian showed again how they don't care about limitations. Far from a perfect game though. Balancing is quite bad unless they have improved it by now. I stopped playing around November, so can't say what happened after that in terms of patches and updates. Problem is that game was too easy, so had to mod it to provide even a modicum of challenge. Don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those elitists that thinks every game should be difficult like Battletoads motorcycle level, but completely removing challenge from D&D game where builds are a crucial part is not a good idea. Having many difficulty levels is a must, but it seems they forgot to put hard difficulty in. Builds exist to define created character and to push players' knowledge so that system can be utilized fully to be able to pass through even the hardest of challenges. That was always major part of CRPGs, and for a good reason. Without it, experience becomes watered down for players who know what they are doing. Larian also used cheap tactics like rigged dice rolls to increase the difficulty a bit, and I don't appreciate that type of manipulation at all. Inventory management was tedious to a point of I don't care what is in my inventory anymore as I don't want to open it. Filters help a bit and they are a good idea, but it doesn't solve the inventory management issue. There were also some political issues that bothered me because game continuously was pushing points to battle preconceived notions and in a desperate way at times. Nothing too drastic to ruin the experience as it didn't ruin mine at all. Just at times I had the reaction, here we go again. Still one of the best CRPGs you can play with by far highest production value. My favorite game of 2023 is definitely Starfield. Of course not. Game I enjoyed most was RoboCop Rogue City. That bloody game came out of nowhere and blew my mind how simple and effective it is. Great story, immersive RoboCop experience, gore, decision-making, story progression, incredibly fun and simple combat. Story impressed me a lot and how it functions as a movie-based story at times, but with great pacing of its own. Game mixes story progression with minor open-world crime investigation through side quests and interaction with the public. I really like the way game handled public interaction and side content. RoboCop every time has to make a decision to uphold the law or give a warning to let people go. Minor interactions throughout city do not offer much except points for upgrades and reputation, but main and side quest decisions do matter as it is going to influence how things unravel later. Also, RoboCop is going to influence political elections that define which ending you're going to see. What impressed me the most was combat. It might not seem like much, especially after games like Doom and Shadow Warrior, but it is a specific experience that not many would have the balls to go for. What I mean by that is that RoboCop is a tank that goes through corridors and open areas slowly with only few tools at his disposal. The way game handles satisfaction impact per kill is on another level. Couple of reasons for that. It offers plenty combat setups where different playstyles could be tested and there is enough meaningful gore to make kills fun. Especially sound effects, which are amazing. Also, RoboCop has been done brilliantly in this game and it plays a huge factor. They got Peter Weller, an original RoboCop voice actor, to do the voice. On top of that, every move RoboCop makes is immersive, even simple walking. Interacting with NPCs in that specific RoboCop way where glimpse of humanity can be recognized between the robotic delivery truly makes it quite an experience, and I was never a big RoboCop fan, but still have to appreciate great delivery. The way world sees RoboCop has been incorporated into a game in a brilliant way, as almost every interaction is gonna be divided into acceptance and gratitude, uncertainty, or straight up insults and rejection. Theon have done an amazing job creating a movie like RoboCop experience where we get to play as one of the most unique characters ever that I thought would have been incredibly difficult to portray in a video game to make it interesting and fun. Well, they showed me. Anyway, that's my list. Tell me your top 3 games of 2023 in the comment section and have a good one.